In the dimly lit laboratory, a group of scientists huddled around a mysterious portal, their faces etched with a mix of excitement and trepidation. The air buzzed with anticipation as I, a daring adventurer, volunteered to step through the enigmatic gateway they had constructed. Little did I know that my journey would lead me to a nightmarish realm beyond imagination. As I stepped through the portal, the world around me twisted and contorted. My senses were assaulted by a cacophony of distorted sounds, and my vision blurred into a maelstrom of gray and black hues. When the chaos subsided, I found myself standing on an alien landscape, a desolate planet where the very air seemed to weigh heavy with an otherworldly malevolence. The sky above was a murky canvas, devoid of stars or any celestial bodies. Eerie shadows writhed and danced along the uneven terrain, creating an unsettling ballet of darkness. My every step echoed in the vast silence, and the ground beneath my feet felt cold and lifeless. The scientists' voices, once a comforting presence, were replaced by an oppressive quiet that pressed against my eardrums. The portal, a shimmering tear in reality, stood behind me like a beckoning doorway, but something told me that returning would not be as simple as retracing my steps. As I ventured further into this surreal world, the shadows began to take shape. Distorted figures moved at the periphery of my vision, their movements fluid and unnatural. A chill ran down my spine as I realized that the shadows were alive, sentient entities that observed my every move with an unsettling curiosity. The landscape shifted as I walked, morphing into grotesque forms that defied the laws of nature. Strange, gnarled trees stretched toward the lifeless sky, casting elongated shadows that seemed to reach out like skeletal fingers. The ground pulsated with an ominous energy, as if the very essence of the planet itself recoiled from my presence. Fear clawed at my chest as I became acutely aware of being watched. The shadows, once passive observers, now seemed to converge upon me, closing in with a palpable hunger. I quickened my pace, my footsteps echoing in the alien stillness, but the shadows persisted, an ever-present reminder of the sinister forces that lurked in this desolate realm. Suddenly, a deafening howl shattered the oppressive silence, sending a shockwave of terror through my veins. I turned to see a colossal shadow, darker and more malevolent than the rest, looming in the distance. Its form twisted and contorted, a grotesque mockery of life, and I knew that it was the harbinger of an unspeakable horror. Driven by primal fear, I sprinted back towards the portal, the shadows closing in like a ravenous pack. The once distant tear in reality now felt like my only lifeline, a beacon of hope in the suffocating darkness. My breaths came in ragged gasps as I stumbled over the uneven terrain, the malevolent shadow inching closer with every passing second. Miraculously, I reached the portal, my trembling hands fumbling to activate the mechanism that would transport me back to the safety of the laboratory. The shadows converged upon me, their ethereal forms pulsating with an insatiable hunger. Just as the malevolent shadow loomed overhead, the portal surged to life, enveloping me in a blinding light. I emerged back in the laboratory, my body drenched in cold sweat, heart pounding like a drum. The scientists stared at me, wide-eyed, their faces a mix of relief and horror. The portal, now closed, seemed to ripple with the echoes of the nightmarish world I had narrowly escaped. In the eerie aftermath of my journey, I couldn't shake the feeling that the shadows still clung to me, their presence lingering like a haunting specter. The scientists, having glimpsed the horrors that lurked beyond our reality, exchanged somber glances, realizing that they had opened a doorway to a realm where darkness itself was alive and hungry.